politicians not to do their jobs. A better Fed chairman would have raised interest rates in 2009, stopped QE after QE1, and said to the Congress, we're done. It's up to you to fix this problem. That didn't happen. They papered it over. They made it worse. They've actually made it easy for Congress not to do their job. I'm pretty hard on all of them, Republicans and Democrats, by the way. I don't think the Bush administration was any better.
Where should we put our money then if central banks are just printing presses?
Okay. I recommend about 10% gold, physical gold, not gold mining shares or gold derivatives.
What gold is it?
Physical bullion. And then usually the next question I get is, well, fine, that's fine for 10%. By the way, institutional allocations to gold are about 1.5%, so a very far cry from the 10% I recommend. Then people say, what about the other 90%? Look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett never has a good word to say about gold, but his two biggest acquisitions in the last 4 years, he bought a railroad, Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. He said, well, what's a railroad? It's all hard assets. It's land, mining rights, rolling stock, rail, yards, switches, signals, etc. And railroads make money moving hard assets in forms of freight, coal, corn, wheat, steel, etc. So then Warren Buffett released he bought some energy assets. What Warren Buffett is doing is dumping paper money, buying hard assets. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for the rest of us. Same thing with the Chinese. The Chinese have bought thousands of tons of gold. For those who know the gold market, 1,000 tons is an unimaginably large amount of gold. They have bought 2,000 or 3,000 tons in the past 4 years. So Buffett's buying hard assets in the form of transportation, energy. The Chinese are buying hard assets in the form of gold. What do they know that the rest of us don't?
Last, I'm gonna read you the 3 questions,
okay,
and just see if you can answer them in like a couple of lines.
Okay, lightning round.
Like now, like finish. Okay, your advice for fund manager and currency speculators. I guess they're asking you advice for fund managers and currencies speculators, I guess.
Yep.
It's, wait, I'm gonna just, if you can hold the thought. We expect velocity to drop during recessions, but how do you explain the drop in velocity post-2010? And the last question I will take is this: given the tug of war taking place between the red and blue teams, what assets should an investor hold to protect his or her wealth?
Good. For FX, my favorite currencies are the euro, Singapore dollar, Korean won, and Canadian dollar, and Swiss francs. So they're my big 5. A lot of people don't get the euro.
Say it slowly again so that people could get that.
Sure. I would, for currency holdings, or picking a currency to invest in, I would say the euro, Singapore dollar, Korean won, Swiss francs, and Canadian dollars. They're the 5 who have not joined the currency wars. They actually believe in strong currencies. By the way, I said that 3 years ago when a lot of people were running around saying the euro was going to fall apart and Greece was going to quit and all that. I said nonsense. The euro is strong and getting stronger. That has turned out to be the case. Greece sold long-term bonds today to the market. Angela Merkel will be in Greece tomorrow. So that really, I have a whole chapter on that in the book. Velocity is declining because we're not in a normal cyclical recovery. As I mentioned, we're in a depression. We're in a deflationary depression. That's why velocity is declining, will continue to do so. As far as inflation, deflation, gold is an asset that does well in both states of the world. Now, inflation is easy, right? When you see inflation, gold is going to go up. That's intuitive. People understand that. People don't understand why gold does well in deflation. The answer is that central banks and governments cannot tolerate deflation for a variety of reasons. And when it gets bad enough and they printed money and did forward guidance, Operation Twist, QE1, QE2, QE3, currency wars, nominal GDP target, when they've done everything and they still can't get the inflation, they will devalue against gold, raise the price of gold. This happened in 1933. So during the longest period of deflation in American history, gold went up 75%. So gold is an asset that does well in both states of the world.
James Rickards, thank you so much for this very enlightening session.